1 year ago, I had 0 followers, 0 sales, and 0 clue how to make money online. I was tired of watching everyone else build their dream life while I stayed stuck in mine. I didn't have a business degree, I didn't have a bunch of money to invest, and I definitely didn't have a huge audience. What I did have was determination, Wi-Fi, and a willingness to figure things out. Fast forward 12 months, I've made over $100,000 online, working from home with no office, no employees, and no paid ads. I didn't get lucky, I didn't go viral, and I didn't wait for someone to hand me an opportunity. I built a system, stuck with it, and kept improving until it worked. It started with research. I knew I needed to pick a niche where people were already spending money. I wasn't interested in guessing or gambling. I wanted proof. So I looked at Google Trends, searched marketplaces, listened to what people were struggling with, and found something I could genuinely help with. Once I had my niche, I created content, not to go viral but to build trust. I showed up consistently even when nobody was watching. I gave value, I answered questions, and I focused on helping instead of selling. It was slow at first, I had days with no views, no clicks, no sales, but I kept going. Eventually things started to click. People began to notice, they followed, they engaged, and some of them became customers. That's when I built systems to scale. I set up funnels, automated follow-ups, and created digital products that could sell over and over, even while I slept. I wasn't chasing trends. I was building something real, something sustainable. And as the months went by, the numbers grew. Slowly at first, then faster. I went from $100 months to $1,000 months, and eventually to $10,000 months. Altogether, I crossed $100,000 in revenue. And I did it without a big team, without burnout, and without selling my soul. But let me be real, it wasn't always smooth. I made mistakes. I launched things that flopped. I doubted myself. I almost gave up more than once. But I learned, I adjusted, I kept showing up, even when it was hard. Now I have the freedom to work when I want, where I want. I have time for my family. I'm building something that matters, not just income, but impact. And the best part? You can do this too. This isn't a fairy tale or some overnight success story. It's a roadmap. One you can follow if you're willing to do the work. So in this video, I'm gonna break down the exact steps I took, what worked, what didn't, and what I'd do differently if I had to start over. If you're serious about building a real online business, whether it's a side hustle or your full-time income, then hit that subscribe button, stay locked in, and let's build this together. Because if I could go from 0 to $100,000 in 12 months, so can you.